welcome to Friday. We made it, barely. It's been a very long week. They always feel very long, don't they? And then you're like, oh well, I guess it's just another week in another year that never seems to end. And we're here. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Um, You made pancakes again. Yay. I love pancakes. I can never get them right. Pancakes are actually really hard to get right for me. I don't know why. They always end up being too moist. What up, Nez? Oh, okay. So a couple of announcements for y'all. Um, Today is the first day that I'm trying monetization on my channel. And I've also turned on super chats. A few of you have requested that I turn on super chats. We have finally climbed over the 4,000 hours view time requirement to get monetized. So thank you all for watching my bullshit. Um, and we're gonna give this monetization thing a try. I have no idea how much money is gonna come out of this for me, but maybe it's enough for me to buy a jar of peanut butter every week. um, I'll keep you guys updated. This is fun. This is a journey. I've never done this before. I have no idea how monetization works. Maybe we're all selling our souls to the devil. Um, we probably are. Let's be honest. Even before we monetize this channel, our souls were probably written off to the devil. But this is fun. Let me know what ads you see. I'm so curious what ads they put on my videos. And also let me know if there are too many ads. And also let me know if you see ads during the live while it's still live. Um, I'm so curious. I literally have no idea. And to be honest with you guys, I use an ad blocker, so I don't watch ads on YouTube. Sometimes I watch YouTube on my phone and I don't have an ad blocker on my phone. So, ooh, $4.99. You crazy. You just gave me some money and there's a nice little dance. All right, that's enough for like one bougie peanut butter or like two really normal peanut butter, which, sweet. Thank you guys. Um, so apparently you can start pinning chats if you apply the super chat function. Um, Thank you so much. Wow. This is fun. Let's see. I mean, I I'm not sure how super chats work. I feel like YouTube might also take a cut of that. I also don't know how these paychecks are getting to me. Like it's not an automatic auto deposit, I don't think. I don't think they don't have my bank information, so it's not a direct deposit. So damn GG. 20 bucks. Holy shit, y'all. You guys have You guys are gonna start feeding my fund for random slush funds. What shall we spend this slush fund on? I don't have any billing info on YouTube, but I did sign up for an account of some sort. They have my mailing address, but that's it. I don't think they have anything else that would like pay me. Um, Thank you, Regina. Wow, you guys are so generous. Erin gave me a apple core. It doesn't smell like garlic today, so maybe we'll have a pure apple core apple core. Mmm, it's a little garlicky. It's a little garlicky. Oh well. One of these days. Aaron doesn't really eat his apple cores the way I consume apple cores. Aaron will chew around the apple core a little bit, but there will still be like a 4 good biter left on the core, and I can't see that go into the compost, so I have to like gnaw on his gnawed apples. So now he started this habit of just giving me the apple core after he cuts it. Um, can we eat apple seeds? Yes, you can, but they have trace amounts of cyanide. It won't kill you, but there is cyanide in there. You should make a Venmo and post it so we can send monies without anyone taking cuts. Wow. But seriously, guys, I don't know how like taxes on this income work. So let's just say that I pay my taxes. What do we do with all this money that y'all are giving me? What does the peanut butter fund actually go to? Because I have a full-time job, so I'm not really in need of all this money, but I figured I'd give it a try. Can't hurt. It's fun. Um, I don't have any. Yes, Arkansas black apples. Um, I don't have a PayPal account anymore. I deleted mine, and I also don't have a Venmo. But Aaron told me today I should get a Venmo because Google knows all of our information, and Google is way more evil than PayPal/Venmo. I believe Venmo is owned by PayPal, and PayPal is like really shitty on customer service and stuff like that. But yes, this is true. I'm planning on having a child now. Tomorrow we are planning, not tomorrow, Sunday we are planning on picking up Fred. So maybe this will be the Fred Fund. Maybe you guys can help me raise my baby. Um, my potentially very terminally ill baby. Um,
June,
yes.
as somebody who watches a significant amount of Twitch, you are not nearly getting excited enough for all the money people are giving you.
I mean, guys,
Pretend you care,
listen,
for God's sake.
Hold on. Let's just clear up a thing. I am so grateful. I am so thankful. On the one hand, it is Friday. I am exhausted. A lot has happened this week. A lot of shit has happened this week. I am really just thankful for you guys being here. Honestly, I am at that point in my life where I have seen in the past year what capitalism has been doing to all of us, and I have seen what this imaginary thing called money that we've created for ourselves has done to all of us. And I've come to the point where I hate money so much, and I hate myself for being part of a society that has necessitated stuff like money to exist in order for us to function. And at the same time, it keeps us alive. It also oppresses a huge amount of people. And so it's hard for me to get excited about money, which is why I've always been hesitant about whether or not I want to monetize this channel, whether or not I want to turn on super chats, whether or not I want to accept gifts and money, because to be honest, for me, it is all burdensome, right? Money is burden, and money is useless until we use it to help people, which is why I'm like, I don't need this income right now. I have a corporation paying me at my full-time job for now. Who knows, right? Maybe I'll need the money someday, but like, I'm not destitute. I have savings to pad me up, and so all the money that you guys are giving me, I appreciate it so much. I hope maybe we can like come up with an idea. Maybe we'll like start sending it towards different things, because I don't fucking want this money. I have all the peanut butter that I could ever eat already. I have some garlicky apple cores that sometimes are not that delicious, but sometimes are. Life is just a box of rotten apple core sometimes, and maybe you'll make applesauce out of it, and maybe sometimes you'll just stare at it and feel sad. I don't know what I was trying to say, but in any case, I'm grateful for you guys. I'm honestly just really thankful that we can come here every night and you can listen to me banter and bitch, and I'm really happy with what we have going on here. It's been keeping me mentally a little bit healthier, I think. So just for that priceless thing of staying sane in this time, that's what I'm most thankful for. I'm not an ingrate. I can see that you are giving me money, your hard-earned cold cash, but it's just, I'm not really money motivated at this point. It hurts a lot of people, and it's hard for me to look at it as something that I value. So it's not really my currency. My currency is speech, the freedom to say things, the freedom to connect with people, and also to fucking cook something. And I promised you, hashtag Friday, 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 we are going to be cooking some mush because I deeply need it in my soul. And I have also decided that my stripper name will be Mush Baby. And I really know it. I really feel like it's true to my soul. So if I ever turn into an exotic dancer, my stage name will be Mush Baby.
What should mine be?
Kath! Girl, you just got out of the hospital. Save your monies. Fred Fun.
Why does it say A before the dollar sign?
I'm not sure.
Weird. Is that Australian dollars? How much are those worth?
I don't know.
Did you just give us 60,000 US or 12 cents US?
Did you not listen to my rant? Money doesn't actually have value.
What is an A dollar?
I don't care. But listen, I don't care if you pay me in beans. In fact, I would love it if you paid me in beans rather than dollar signs, because they don't mean shit. But beans, I can eat them. They can turn into mush, and then they'll turn into farts, and
As someone who has to smell June's farts all day, I'd rather you not pay her in beans. Please don't send us any beans.
This is the side of Budget Eats you guys don't see, man. You don't know how much I fart. I fart a lot, okay? That is like behind the scenes that you never get to see. Maybe one day I'll let out one.
What kind of beans, June? Tell us about your favorite beans.
Well, today we're gonna eat some red lentils.
Are those a bean? Are lentils a bean?
They're a legume. Also, you won't be able to smell farts until you contribute $1 million gazillion to me. So that's the smell-o-vision technology that you really have to shell out big bucks for.
It's in development.
Yeah. One day we'll get Medicare for all and smell-o-vision for all. But until then, only the rich can have this privilege.
Started change.org position to redirect vaccine and cancer research to smell-o-vision research. It's more important.
All right.
Are you gonna use this mozzarella today, June, or can I eat it?
You can eat it. You can eat the mozzarella. I don't actually like mozzarella at all.
I'm taking the mozzarella.
Can I use some of the onion?
Yes, of course. I only want the cheese. What are you gonna cook for the people? Lentils and...
I'm gonna cook for myself because I'm a selfish jerk.
You're not gonna mail bags of lentils to everybody watching today?
I am not going to mail bags of lentils.
Let me know, guys. Would you like June to mail you an envelope of lentils?
No, guys, you don't. You don't. What else do we have to get rid of in this fridge? Excuse me.
Just seeing if anybody's asking questions.
Nez, I'll give you one lentil. Guys, this is Dave. Dave has been sleeping in the fridge. You can see that Dave's bubbles. You're blocking my light, my dude.
Oh, I am.
You can see that Dave's bubbles are getting smaller. He's probably going into hibernation. He's getting a little cold, and he's going to lose some weight. And it's all cool. We'll feed him, and he'll become bread one day. Say bye to Dave. But anyway, Beth, damn girl, this is the grass jelly that we made. Yeah, what is going bad in the fridge is exactly how I cook. Grass jelly, guys, dude, I'm so scared of eating this, but I also don't want to throw it out, and I also don't even know if I should even compost this anymore. Like, it's just going to melt in the compost bin, and I don't really want... Yes, Snowco, the poison jelly.
For God's sake, I'll do your job for you. Beth, thank you. Oh my God, $20. Beth, thank you for the super chat. I know enough Twitch. I've seen enough Twitch to know what to do.
This ain't Twitch,
Thank
girl.
you.
Get out of here. Goodbye. This is why I didn't want to turn on super chats or monetize my shit, because then you have this happening, which is really disturbing the peace, you know? I think we need the bowl. Oh, bowl, where art thou? Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today on a Friday night in March. I believe it is the 19th of 2021, but you know, what is a day anymore? Anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this vlogging journey that has turned out to be way more rewarding for my mental health than I expected it to, and I'm so glad that y'all enjoy joining me. And damn, very few things make us happy nowadays, so this kind of makes me happy. I think it's amazing how lonely we've all felt in the past year, and how we've all acknowledged it, but none of us have really understood the effects of being this lonely in the past year. Even when we are with friends, there has been, for me at least, always this veil of a feeling of guilt, like I shouldn't be hanging out with people in a pandemic. And I think through live streaming, it's been this strange place where I feel like I'm with people, but also being safe. And it has lifted the kind of guilt I've been experiencing with in-person meetings, and is also giving me the kind of fulfillment that I experience with what used to be normal hangouts. And those are my thoughts. Okay, so should I eat this grass jelly or not, guys? Yeah, okay. So, what do? Do we just trash it? Do we try to melt it and put it? I don't think I should put it down the sink. Yeah. Ooh. I don't know what to do with my mistake. I don't know what to do with it. We're just gonna put it back in the fridge for now. Deal with it later. Flush it? Yeah, Kath, I agree. Definitely not compost. We're gonna go with my beloved IKEA pot. Yeah, it smells like burnt rubber tires. Sally, you're new here? Hi, I'm June. You may know me from a series called Budget Eats that is on the Delish YouTube channel. I make a lot of meals for $25 and people seem to like it in this very sad age of unemployment, pandemic, and general suffering. And I recently started live streaming on this channel just less than 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? I don't remember when. And I make hashtag trash food, where I just make whatever I usually make for myself. Not very exciting food. And people tune in because we're all kind of lonely. So we're gathered here to just hang out. That's it. Welcome, Sally. Yes, and we have decided to name ourselves the Spleenies. Because in one episode, I cooked spleen. And, you know, if you love me enough to stay, you're a spleenie. Because no matter how disgusting the food I'm making sounds or looks like, we are still in it together. Alright, my cheap IKEA pot over medium heat. I'm going to drop a little bit of olive oil, and then we're just going to go in with our butternut squash from yesterday. And we'll let it get a little nice and toasty. In the meantime, we'll rinse off our lentils and we'll let it soak a little bit in the water. And I'm thinking we'll put in some of our leftover tomato sauce / marinara, whatever we bastardize it with. And then eventually we'll go in with our soaked lentils, which are not soaked yet. Hi, Aaron.
Just stopping by to say your audio seems low, and somebody mentioned that in chat too. I have to like crank everything to max to hear you okay.
That's so
I don't
weird.
know if other people are seeing that.
I don't know what to do about that.
Is her audio high enough in chat, everybody?
Yeah, how's the audio, guys?
I have to put like all of my volume on max to hear you.
Has it always been this way today?
Oh, people are saying it's fine. I guess it was just me and somebody else.
Huh.
Oh, somebody else is a bit low, but yeah, okay. My volume on max.
Maybe my phone is dying.
Some people say low, some people say it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm always in the headphone gang, you know? Plug it in, block out the outside world, blast it up. If you don't use an ad blocker and want to oh, that disappeared. Guys, feel free to use an ad blocker, okay? I don't really care. I don't need this money. You enjoy this content however you want. You do you. Oh my god. I'm still gonna use it. Yeah.
Oh my god, Jeff now has the new record.
Jeff, can you please stop giving me money? I don't...
Jeff, if you wanted to give us money, you could have just Venmo'd us. Because you just gave 30% of that to YouTube.
Yeah, Jeff, seriously, don't give money to YouTube, my dear. Please, I know you're cool, okay? You don't need to give me money on YouTube Live to be cool. Oh boy, guys. Oh boy. I'm going in with a little bit of smoked paprika, straight from Spain, very expired.
Somebody says, is your volume all the way and then a lot of Arabic up? I'm learning Arabic now, but I can't translate that yet. I just started. I can only say extremely basic things.
Dried shallots. Oh, you have YouTube Premium. Nice.
You're still getting paid if she is premium.
Nice.
Just a tiny, tiny amount. It's like an infinitesimal fraction of their monthly subscription. YouTubers are always complaining that their revenue from YouTube Premium is like nothing.
Well, thank goodness I don't need to do this for a full-time job yet.
I started learning Arabic because June and I are going to Lebanon in September, hopefully.
We are?
What? You knew that.
I didn't. I forgot.
She forgot. I guess it's news to June.
We're not gonna travel unless COVID is done, okay?
Yeah.
And I literally don't know if COVID can be done. So.
Or we're vaccinated. But so I want to be prepared for that. And also, I've always loved Arabic. I thought it was a beautiful language. It's probably my favorite language, like from sound, is how it sounds. And yeah, it's just a thing. I'm probably gonna fail at it because
Mushroom powder.
I suck at learning languages, but it's nice to start. Aaron and June, what is your desert island spice? If you could only have one on a desert island. But she said desert island, and then I realized that spelled differently.
Does salt count, or can I just drink the ocean water, I guess?
Yeah, you can distill your own ocean water to salt, probably. Mine, I mean, you know mine. Come on, if you know a single thing about me, you know what spice I'm bringing you to desert island.
Which chili, though?
Which chili? God, anything the spiciest, because it'll probably have to go a long way. Have you ever had Papa al Pomodoro? It's great Italian mush food. Papa al Pomodoro? What does that mean?
Pomodoro is tomato.
Is Papa like potato? Is that potato al Pomodoro? I don't know what Papa means. Yeah, red pepper, nice, tasty. That's actually not my favorite chili. It's kind of bland.
Sambal, I feel like.
Sambal's okay. I mean, my ultimate favorite chili condiment of all time is Chinese style chili oil. So probably some of that, but the spiciest kind. Is dried shallot something you can get at the stores? I've never seen it. Yeah, it's very common, I think, because this brand, I mean, this is just like Fresh Direct brand. So it's common enough to be on Fresh Direct.
Asian stores will have it in the aisle, and you can probably also see like fried garlic, fried onions in that same aisle. Sometimes they come in a bag. 16 ads now? Ooh, that sounds like a lot. That sounds like a delish video.
I think YouTube defaults to like space out ads every, say, 5 to 10 minutes. So if you have a really long video, like your hour and 20-minute ones, then you'll have, a good amount of ads in there. But I think you can control that.
Yeah. I guess I'll have to go back and delete some ads. That sounds like way overkill. Can you do anything to raise the volume? I really don't know what I've been doing, guys.
Yeah, some people are saying it's too low, and others are saying it's fine. So.
Toothless Poodle, were you having problems with audio yesterday, or does this sound drastically different than yesterday?
Is your tripod blocking your mic?
I don't know. I've had this set up before. Where's my mic? Here. Can you pull the two ends apart?
This is live technical troubleshooting. People.
All right, guys, tell me, how's the audio now?
Is this better, or is it worse? Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Is it better?
Am I allowed to say thank you to Super Chat if you're not?
Yes, you can say whatever you want. Just do it quietly, please.
They can't. I can't do it quietly. Nobody can hear us.
Okay, so it was the tripod blocking some of this. But where is my sound? Where's here?
You don't know where your mic is on your phone?
No.
I don't know. Maybe you should use a professional mic setup here. Just saying. It's not like you have a blue Yeti sitting in the drawer next to you.
You know.
We'll work on it. Maybe just put it back in the cradle. It was probably, if it was fine the other days, it's probably just like the way you had it set up in there.
You can see some texture on my skin now, guys. See, I have pores.
Do you want to see up my nose? Anyways, thank you, Chongjan. Thank you very much for $4.99. I like how people are doing it like $4.99, like it's a price of something. Like
they're donating.
I'm not complaining. I'm just observing. It's interesting. Thank you, Del Spreck, for $1.99. Also, another price.
Del, aren't you a student? Del, you still need to buy freaking textbooks.
Yeah, dude.
Save your money, my child.
You got student loans. You got textbooks, shit. If you're actually going to a college in America or something, then yeah, keep all your money for yourself.
I don't need your money. In fact, let me give you some textbook money.
Send us your Venmo. We'll pay you.
We've been to college in the States. We know how killer those tuition are, and we know how much books cost. I don't know why. I bought $40 worth of soft paper cut books that I never even read. Save your money, guys. If you're taking on student loans, you are not giving me money. I don't have loans. I don't have debt. Please do not give me money.
Oh my God, Chongjiang, $19.99. What are you doing? You just gave June money.
Also, if you guys are supporting kids, we don't have kids. We're gonna have a cat soon, maybe. If you guys are supporting kids, please save it for your kids' education.
But he's old and cat expenses can be medical care. Still not as much as human medical care. So if you need money for human medical care, keep your money. Don't give it to us because.
I'm serious, guys. The only people I want giving me money are people who make over $100,000 a year and don't have more than one dependent on them. If you make below that, do not give me money, okay? If you don't make 6 digits, stop giving me money.
But thank you, Chongjan.
Thank you guys all so much. I really do appreciate it. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but like literally, if you don't have that much disposable income, or if you don't have savings, save it for yourself. You just never know, okay? I just turned it on because people were like, June, turn on Super Chat. June, monetize. So I'm like doing it for fun.
Yeah. Really, we're fine.
I love you.
If you're rich. Yeah.
If you're rich, I'll take your blood money. Yeah. If you're a billionaire, give me $1 million. You know, you can afford that shit. Get out my light, please.
I'm not in there. That smells good.
It smells very smoky. Thank you guys. Truly. Happy Friday. What a day. It's going to be a journey. Our lentils are soaking in the water. And I'm just letting my butternut squash get a little bit more caramelized and a little bit more carcinogenic. And we're going to let these lentils go for maybe 5 more minutes. The longer they soak, the faster they'll cook later anyway.
Aaron, you need to try Langam extra hot chili sauce. It's from Malaysia, my favorite. I can take heat, but it makes me sweat. All right, Langam. I've never heard of that. Is that like the hotel, like Langham Hotels? Did they make that?
Regina, thank you so much. Yes. I mean, we wouldn't have adopted a kitty unless we knew that we were financially stable enough to actually spend, hopefully not more than $5,000 a year on medical expenses for him. So we have thought this through. We're also never gonna have a child, so this is fur babies are gonna be our babies, and
Yeah. The best financial decision of our life is to never reproduce.
yeah,
Those are
SF
expensive.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
SF is so ridiculous.
We're saving like $1 million by not having a kid. So
The reason why we live in such a small apartment is I refuse to pay more than half of my pay on rent, and in a city like New York, it does go up quite a bit. My ideal is to not pay over a quarter of my income on rent, but
Lingham. Somebody said Lingham. I think I mispronounced it as Langham or misread it or something. What's the benefit of soaking the lentils?
so apparently soaking beans, soaking lentils, giving them time to actually soak overnight will make them more easily digestible, and it will be better for your system. Um, my mom insists that you like rinse out the beans completely. There's stuff that kind of leaches out into that first soak. Thank you, Talu. Soaking equals less farting. Although if you eat as much beans as I do, no matter how much you soak them, you will still be farting.
Thank you, Alicia.
Thank you. You have a very cute, darling Chihuahua mix in your picture, and I love him. I love.
And remember, you guys who just gave that, you better be rich. We just put down the rules.
Yeah. No, Jeff, I'm not making anything with lychee because I'm actually mildly allergic. It makes my gums feel very tingly and unpleasantly crawly. Here's our tomato sauce. Yes. I'm going to plop in the tomato sauce so that we can let it kind of reduce and concentrate in flavor, and also that will allow the tomato sauce to get a little bit more. Ooh, no ads so far. Yes, I would love it if people who tune in for the live, when it's live, don't get any ads. Like, that's my ideal. I do understand that it's unfair for folks who don't live in this time zone and who can't catch me live ever. I know you guys exist. I just for my own mental health, I just can't do it in the daytime, and also I have a full-time job in the daytime, so definitely during the week I can't stream.
I love all the farting talk in chat now.
I love the
Someone
fart
says,
talk.
I adore beans and farting. Someone says, I have IBS and farting is a good thing. You have the most open chat on the internet, June.
I love this chat, guys.
People
I love
will be posting photos of their poop soon or something. Everybody, take a photo of your dump and upload it into chat. We'll all be looking forward to that.
I don't think this monetization thing is going to last very long. I think YouTube is just like, WTF is going on with her channel, and they're going to shut me down.
June, you start. We're gonna do what does June's poop look like today? That's the new segment.
It was not good, guys. It was not good today. Today was not a good poop day.
Have you had dal mush before? It's a Pakistani dish and really good.
Is it with lentils?
Dal, yeah, I think that's lentils, right? Or chickpeas? I always forget which one is chickpea and which one is lentil.
I think chickpeas are also called dal.
Okay.
In certain parts.
Chani. Oh, I thought chickpeas were chani.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah.
That goes to show you how much I know. Not a lot. I have been learning so much from reading the comments on my various delish videos. Thank you guys if you've helped me pronounce things more correctly. Thank you guys if you told me differences in different ingredients, specifications and clarifications on cuisine and history and all that stuff. I feel so much more educated. The internet is a wonderful place to be if you have kind people leading you. So thank you for doing the good work, and thank you for making this internet not so miserable sometimes.
Yeah, chickpeas, aka garbanzo beans, are chana or chole.
Chole.
Chole. Chhole. China is chickpeas, gobi is cauliflower, aloo is potato, and dal is lentils.
Jeff, I would add apples to this if I were making more of like a Japanese curry vibe, because Japanese curry sometimes uses freshly grated pears or apples. But we're just going for a clear out your fridge kind of mush, you know, so. Very soothing. I like the silence. Just listen to the bubbles.
That is a nice.
I told you that was gonna happen.
There goes the tripod.
All right. Well, I don't know how much that hurt your ears, but it definitely hurt my hand. And guys, what a mess.
Is the tripod ripped now?
Here, this is what we've been using. This is a free item that Aaron got. It actually clamps to, you see that clamp? It clamps to my countertop, and it's great because it has several different levers that I could just like pull and bring you closer to the cooking scene. But unfortunately, because my marble top is very sleek and there's not a lot to grip, it has been slipping. So
First world problems. Oh, my marble kitchen countertop is too slippery.
So I'm going to turn down my tomato sauce. Aaron's going to help me stir it every now and then that he can stop making fun of me. And we'll try to get this back on. Lives are so exciting, especially when you have a malfunctioning tripod. I think it especially, yeah, I was thinking of putting a cloth down there too. You're so smart, guys. You guys?
Thank you, Jacquelina Mendez. Thanks. How spicy is too spicy? I can take extremely hot. You guys should go to Ugly Baby next time you're in New York and Brooklyn. They have probably the spiciest food at any restaurant I've had in New York City, and that's about the upper limit of what I can take. I'll show you June at work.
I'm putting a large rubber band underneath it and seeing if it stays better, because rubber bands are actually really good grippers. The problem, guys, is there's like a ledge, a window ledge that is blocking me from fully turning that clamp tight enough. I can't actually rotate it. So it's just in this permanent state of like looseness, you know? Gigi,
oh my
stop
God, Gigi VIP!
Gigi, that's your second donation of the night. I'm banning you from donating. That's it.
Gigi, you need to upload proof you're rich before.
Yeah, show me your bank account.
Yeah, we really don't want anybody who has any use for the money to.
Gigi, do you actually? I have money too, Gigi. That's not enough qualification to give me money. Yeah, Gigi, are you loaded?
Yeah, if somebody has $5, they should not give that $5 to June.
Oh, so here's the thing, like, she is a VIP.
Yeah, maybe she's a Bitcoin billionaire.
Gigi, is that your preferred pronoun? I just want to say that even though you guys are giving me money for a new tripod, chances are I'm going to be using this tripod until I finally crash my phone and hate myself enough to actually buy a new thing, because
if you guys have seen how June cooks, that's how June uses all of her objects too. Is just, you know, until like they've completely worn out, just to the bone.
So
thank you, Sarah G. CA2. That's Canadian.
Canada.
Yeah, our neighbor to the north. I hope that you used your Justin Trudeau stimulus for that. Did you guys get a stimulus in Canada? I hope it was better than the piddly, weak ass stimuluses we got here in America. Did you get any Trudeau money?
I think what we have to do, guys, is like every 10 minutes or so, you guys have to attack me in chat and just be like, June, push your tripod into your counter, okay? And you can't say anything else until I've pushed the tripod into the counter, because otherwise, we're gonna crack my phone soon.
That's great. Trudeau money equals Trudeau. I like that.
We're going back on.
Holy shit! You guys get $2,000 a month in Canada?
Yeah, but
Are you serious?
Yeah, but their produce is also super expensive.
Canadian Emergency Response Benefit.
Thank you.
What's it like to live in a not shitty country, or at least less shitty than America?
Less shitty country.
In the UK, we got 80% of normal salary.
Forever? Like indefinitely?
Even if you're not unemployed?
Thanks, Kathy.
Oh, only 2,000 if you can't work. Okay, that's good. If you made less than 1,000 a month, you could get served. Yeah, it all sounds way better than what we're doing
here. Yes. Yes. The juices from the tomato sauce are now gone.
I'm sadly a frontline worker in Canada, so I don't qualify. If you're a frontline worker, shouldn't that mean you get paid more?
Oh, the irony of our societies. Truly, I don't understand.
June, do you have any favorite vegetables for pickling?
Yes, I do. In fact, I love pickled carrots. I love pickled beets. I love pickled onions, and those are my top 3.
I love the healthcare system in Canada. I got 2 hip replacements for free and gave my life back.
Wow. Can't imagine that happening here.
Classical says, I'm eating pickles now.
What kind, Classical? What kind?
Good on you, mate.
Guys, you can't just tell us you're eating stuff. You gotta describe it. We gotta feel it. We gotta taste it. We gotta know what it tastes like and feels like in your mouth. June, when are you writing a cookbook? Never. I already said that, guys. This is my cookbook. You're coming to a live cookbook. Isn't that exciting? Just the other night, we made some trash soda bread, which wasn't really soda bread, and we all collaboratively wrote that recipe. There were like at least 3 people who were writing down the recipe, and we ended up transcribing it for the description box for our posterity.
Thank you again, Talu.
Thank you.
Thumbs up emoji. Thumbs up from me too. You get to see my cool tattoo also.
We're writing a cookbook together, guys. Especially when it comes to baking stuff. You guys are basically my ghostwriters. You're helping me record stuff.
Say thank you to Lydia.
Thank you, Lydia.
Lydia P.
With the alien
with
face.
With the cool alien emoji. Molto bene. How about this? If you guys donate, tell me what language you want, and I'll say thank you in whatever your preferred language is.
Wow, Aaron is going above and beyond. You're encouraging the people to donate more money. Are you sure you want to stay on this path?
What do you mean?
Well, if you do things to reward their behavior, such as donating money to me when I made it clear that I don't really want it, you're going to usher in more donations because people are now being Pavlovian conditioned to want to hear you say thank you in foreign languages.
I'm completely on board with you that I don't want donations from people who don't consider themselves wealthy. But I will fully take redistribution from your rich
I don't understand how
followers.
people in the U.S. survive without governmental support. I mean, literally a lot of them did not.
No, they don't. Yeah.
It is freaking tragic. I don't know how much super chat is going to June.
People
it might
say
be
70%.
70.
Lots of people said 70%.
So I mean, maybe we should just turn off super chat and I should only make money from ads. No. We got a Japanese donation.
200 yen, $2. Thank you, Team Sweet Potato.
Yeah, Nez. After tonight, I'm gonna turn off the super chat. Listen, The only reason why I wanted to turn on Super Chat was because one, some people were suggesting that I do it, and two, apparently according to YouTube, once you donate on Super Chat, you can like make your comment stand out, and I was thinking people might use that as a way of like asking me questions.
ASMR in the dark, thank you for $1. Yeah, how about that should be the rule? If you donate, you have to ask a question or contribute in like a comment with it.
Only like, donate tonight for a limited amount of time. Only donate if you want to ask me a question that you want me to pay attention to, and you can learn my deepest, darkest secrets, including how many people I've killed in the last 30 years of my life. And yes, I did start killing people when I was just 1 year old.
Your Vitamix model is shit. I got this so many years ago, I forgot what it was.
The Vitamix model, don't get the digital display one, just get like the professional one that has one flip that's pulse on the left, and then a dial for speed, and an off and on one. And also, if you get a Vitamix, get the tall blender, don't get the squat countertop one that we have. It's not engineered to like spin and whirl and be as sufficiently churny as the skinny one, so get the skinny one. Is the connection getting a bit spotty, or is that just me? I don't know, you guys let me know.
In the UK, if you're furloughed, you get 80% until you're back at work. I carried on working as a street food chef and didn't get anything other than fewer hours. I mean, that's pretty good, 80% of your former salary. People say the connection seems fine.
Okay. By the way, this isn't McCormick anymore. I got like a huge tub that I just keep refilling into this tiny little jar.
Yeah, get the tall container Vitamix if it can fit under your shelf, under your cabinets. The reason I got this is because it wouldn't fit into the cabinets, and as June said, the tall container does blend a lot better. It doesn't have those air pockets on the side when you blend. Yeah, Chongjiang says, just I think a lot of people are donating because it's novel and new. I think, you wouldn't have this kind of regular thing going forward.
Yeah. That's crazy. We're up to $168.
I think everyone will be getting $22,000 a year in Canada forever. Yeah, I heard that you guys were experimenting with UBI there. I think in either Quebec or Ontario. I heard about that, but I don't know what the status of that is now. Does the Vitamix blender work well for making flour, or do I need a special blender for flour?
If you are okay with a little bit of coarseness, it won't powder it. Talu, how many people have I killed in the last 30 years? Well, to begin, I've killed about 6 versions of myself. And, I don't know, I feel like I've killed like 45% of my mom. She's still hanging in there by a bare thread of sanity, but for the most part, I've been hacking away at her since the day I was born.
How much of me have you killed you?
Aaron is actually a Frankenstein. I've killed him many times, and I've reconstructed him to what I want him to be, maybe about 6 times over.
MB did UBI in the 70s. It was a success with squash fast. I assume by MB you mean Manitoba, is that right? I'm guessing if we're talking about Canada. But yeah, it was probably, people realized that it worked too well, and people didn't need to grind their lives away working.
Do you see what happens when you use a cheap pot and you don't mix constantly? It burns, okay? We're just going to pretend that that burn is flavor, and we're just going to add water to it.
Oh, somebody asked earlier, Fred will be here Sunday. That's the current plan.
We're hoping that he doesn't escape during the exchange.
And we're not giving him a different name. We're sticking with Fred.
Fred is the perfect name. Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you made it. I've made chickpea flour and bean flour and oat flour in my Vitamix. It's that tub, that countertop squat one is fine. for flour making, but it's not fine for like thick smoothie type. We actually asked our landlord if we can have a cat, even though our building is not cat approved. And the agency actually asked us the day we submitted that application if we can get a letter from the landlord. So I sent out an email asking my landlord if we can have one. And my landlord never got back to us, but then the cat agency said our application went through. So we're guessing that our landlord approved it somehow.
Lenny, if you're watching, thanks, I guess.
Thanks, Lenny. Also, I think Gigi asked earlier, how did we meet? How did I meet Aaron? I've mentioned this before. We met in China, 2011. We were both recent college grads. We went on a teaching fellowship in China. We were sent to different fellowships, but we met each other at teacher training. I hated him for 6 weeks.
What do you mean 6 weeks? You still do.
It's a different kind of hate, and it's a different kind of love. As you know, if you've been in a relationship this long, people transform. So, that's it. Hi, Midnight. What is SGD? Where are you at? Fred doesn't have an Instagram account yet because we don't have Fred yet. Can we hear Aaron's Chinese? I'm learning right now. We have been to Portugal. Yes, we love Portugal. It was amazing. We went to Lisbon. There was a place that had grilled chicken, Francescaria, Nacional. I'm butchering that. The cat box, is that where it poops? We don't speak Mandarin to each other, very rarely. He'll call me by my Chinese name sometimes right now. It was very weird when he started doing that. I don't know why he started doing that this week.
Because I do that. I not just this week. I've done it for a long time because I heard Sufang doing it, always calling you Josie, and I thought that was fun. That's how I started. But
我会说一点点普通话，我忘记很多，我只知道是字food words. I forgot all of it.
食物.
食物. 食物.
If you want, we can give you Mandarin lessons right now. I'm pretty fluent in it. Oh, push the tripod. Thank you. Y'all are so good. You're doing my job for me. You're giving me money. You're writing recipes down for me. You're watching me blab. It's great. Wow. What more can I ask of the internet? How wonderful.
Yes, June's name is 9 stars. Josie.
It's getting stewy, guys.
I skipped class today. Have an exam on Thursday. Help me.
Why did you skip class? Are you learning Mandarin?
Try going to class would be my advice.
I mean, sometimes the classes don't do anything, let's be honest. What are you learning? Can we tutor you? We have like 80 billion geniuses in here. All right, what's on your quiz tomorrow? We can start immersion. Is there an audio component on your quiz? We can start just speaking Chinese. 我会说中文。你想听我说什么？ I don't know how to say lentil in Chinese. 我们今天做一个很古怪的食物。里面有 butternut squash， 里面也有 lentils。我放了很多葱粉和洋葱粉。和孜然和 Fenugreek， 白胡椒，Hi Mom， 妈妈，如果你在看的话， 希望你一切都很好。
If you guys are learning Chinese, you can try typing Chinese in chat, and we'll see.
Yes, if you type Chinese, 小扁豆 ，Really? Huh? Okay. 还想说什么？ It's 4 a.m. Yeah, 你应该去睡觉 Go to sleep. Can you 吃葡萄不吐葡萄皮，不吃葡萄倒吐葡萄皮。南瓜 Oh yeah, maybe. I mean, but is this kind of 南瓜? I don't know. I don't know. I truly don't know. Simplified versus traditional is I'm only half illiterate, guys. I don't know how to read those. Something ba. You're gonna have to pinyin that one out for me. I don't know how to say it. Because I don't know my characters. Because I left China with only 1 semester of 1st grade under my belt. And then I never went to Chinese school. So that is why I'm at a kindergarten reading level. I was born in Beijing.
Huluba.
Yes. Let's learn all the things. I want to learn from you guys too. This is so fun. I'm getting out of this as much as you are getting out of this, which is to say, true joy. True joy and happiness. Ni hao. My first year in the US was no bueno. I didn't know English, and I came with very little British English from first grade. And the three words that I knew were boy, girl, and rubber, which was the unfortunate word they taught us for eraser. So I threw around the word rubber in third grade, and I don't know how kids that young already knew how to laugh at rubber, which is, slang for condom. Thinking back to it doesn't make sense why I was getting laughed out of third grade saying rubber.
Kids will figure out slang at the earliest age.
Listen,
possible.
I didn't even know what sex was until well after sixth grade.
Until a few weeks ago.
Linzer, lentils in Danish, Linzer. And I came with a boy cut hair. My first year in the U.S. was also awful because during my physical exams for immigration, they found something wrong in my urinalysis, and apparently I was diagnosed with a autoimmune condition called IgA nephropathy, and my immune system was basically attacking the nephrons, the little unit cells in my kidneys. And I struggled with that condition for several years until it kind of went into remission when I hit puberty at 12 or 13. So it was a pretty struggle bus, few years. And my physical constitution is not great. I still struggle with a lot of autoimmune stuff. So, sure, that doesn't help my depression, huh? I have a lot of traumatic stories. What is MCAS, Kath? Ooh. Do you consider leaving USA? I don't know if I can live elsewhere, Indonesia, yes, we love Indonesian food. Aaron goes to Indo-Java every Tuesday.
Mast cell activation syndrome. You're getting activated over there? What's wrong with getting your mast cells activated?
I mean, I hope that my kidney condition won't ever get that bad again where I would have to go on dialysis or even a transplant, but... Oh yeah, kids did put gum in my hair. They did do that. Yep. I wish, wow, I wish nobody needed replacement kidneys, but yes, it would be nice if replacement organs were free.
Replacement kidneys are free.
If you do a little murdering.
Are you my blood type?
I actually don't know my blood type.
What's everyone's blood type? You have 3 autoimmune issues. You're a prodigy.
June's blood type is
B positive.
It's actually B negative, but close.
That's perfect for you then.
It is. Wow. Nez, I can't put a spoonful of this in your mouth yet because the lentils are still hard. Do you like hard lentils in your mouth?
all right then.
Aaron's blood type is chili
True.
sauce.
That's what it do be.
Jeff, your opaz. Nice. And now, all the vampires will know where to go to get their favorite drink of the night.
What do vampires like to drink?
They're coming for you, folks.
Do you think each vampire has a different preference for blood type, or they all like the same thing?
Why would you expect all vampires to like the same kind of blood?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. At first, I was like, oh, vampires all like say O negative or something, and then I realized they probably have different tastes.
No, man. There's gonna be the trash food loving ones.
How terrible of me to stereotype all vampires. I should be
Squeeze muffin. Yes, this is kind of like a lentil soup.
Thank you, Squeeze Muffin. That.
My blood type is peanut butter, guys. Indeed. Can I show you something? So for the peanut butter taste test that I did for Delish a while back, I bought this soy butter. It's called the Wow butter. It unfortunately doesn't taste that much like peanut butter, but I've become addicted to it. Ingredients: whole toasted soy, pressed soy oil, cane sugar, palm oil, sustainable, sea salt. And it says it tastes just like peanut butter, which is a lie, but it is safe for school, which is a truth because a lot of schools are now banning peanut butter because a lot of kids have peanut allergies, so they don't want your lunch to be triggering other kids' allergies. But guys, look at this, okay? I thought that this was the color of the butter. It is not. The jar itself is this tan beige colored plastic. That's weird, especially because the inside color isn't even that different than the plastic. So why wouldn't it be clear? But in any case, I really do like it. The crunchy soy nuts, this is the crunchy version. The crunchy soy nuts in there are like really delicious. If you've ever had roasted soy nuts and you like them, you might like this. It kind of tastes like the Jif of soy butters. And what can I say? It's been very comforting for me. And look at this. This isn't sponsored, obviously, but it comes with freaking stickers that you can put on your kid's lunch to like let other kids in the school know
I
that.
I didn't see that when I.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
It says 100% peanut and nut free, and you could just take one and put it on your kid's lunch and like tell the school that, hey, I'm not here to kill kids, but
Yeah, I just got the OnlyFans shirt from. I just googled it. OnlyFans, as far as I could tell, doesn't sell official merch, so I just got it from like one of those random T-shirt websites like Redbubble.
So what do you guys think? It's been an hour. But my lentil stew isn't ready yet. Because I'm a slowpoke. Because I spent like half an hour gawking at how much money you guys are throwing my way. Mush Baby is delighted at all the dollar bills. We've had Lily's peanut butter from the Philippines. It was kind of gritty and kind of sugary.
It was very sweet. It was probably the sweetest PB I've had.
And it wasn't very nutty. I want my peanut butter to like taste toasted, and that one tasted very friendly. Super friendly. Almost like no personality friendly. Like, you're a nice first date, but I'm pretty sure you're kind of boring and I don't want a second date, but I feel like you're too nice of a person for me to say I don't want a second date to your face, so I just kind of try not to answer your texts that much. It's complicated, guys. I have a complicated relationship with all my peanut butters. At what point on a first date do you guys know I don't want a second date with this person? Ooh, it's turning so nice.
What's the difference between tahini and Chinese sesame paste?
I'm not a ghoster, Tammy. Absolutely not. In fact, I pushed away someone that I had one date with and I quite liked, and he told me that I was simply putting too much pressure on him to respond because I thought he was ghosting me. I'm not a ghoster. I hate ghosting culture.
Yeah,
I would rather
straight up tell them.
I will rather get a flat out rejection and have you give me a detailed 250 word explanation for why I sucked than to have you ghost me with no explanation, okay? So don't freaking ghost me. I will come after you for an explanation. What was that? What were we saying?
Difference between tahini and Chinese sesame.
There's a huge difference between tahini and Chinese sesame paste. Chinese sesame paste is darker, it's more roasted tasting, it's nuttier flavored. Middle Eastern tahini is looser, blonder, and like almost muddier in texture. It's looser, it's a lot oilier, and it's not as gritty. It's very smooth. The texture is a little bit astringent. The texture is a little bit, I don't want to say bitter, but it does read kind of like raw, untoasted, slight bitter earth to me. And because I grew up with Chinese sesame seed paste, I prefer the Chinese version way more. I think it's way more savory. But I like tahini. I love tahini.
I could listen to June describe food all day long.
You're in luck, babe. I can describe food all day long.
You should just stream 24/7, June. There are some people that do that.
Thank you, Heart Made of Sound. I'm so glad that you were able to tune in too. What is NPCS in real life? What is NPCS? Wow, you had a crush for 5 years? That is a long ass crush, my darling. Good on you.
June and I didn't really have dates formally. We just sort of like walked around the Chinese city we were in and ate. She would watch me eat
Thank you,
stuff
Michelle.
at restaurants.
Wei Li. You love the color? This was $1. I thrifted this sweater with Nez in Flatbush, Brooklyn. We got it off the dollar rack. It is vintage Gap. It is all 100% cotton. And it is made in Mauritius, which is a country I've never even heard of before. But it is gorgeous. It is very gorgeous.
Thank you, Michelle.
Pushing your tripod. Yes. Thank you. Hi, Dominican, watching from Spain, 3 a.m. Jesus Christ. Hi, Mauritius. Listen, we are the bargain hunters. I don't buy stuff unless I either really love it or it's really good deal. That was the day that we bought the sweater was also the day that I found little boys Levi's jeans for half off, and the original price was only $3. So I bought a pair of Levi's for $150. Which unfortunately I don't fit into anymore because I gained weight during the pandemic. So maybe one day I can sausage my way back into those jeans. But it was a really good deal. I love buying little boys' jeans too because they have actual functional pockets where you can actually put your wallet in and not be afraid that your butt is going to push it out and you're going to lose your wallet. It's great. Why don't they make functional pockets for women? I don't get it. Is it because you guys want to show off the feminine butt detail? I'm tired of it, frankly, of losing my money. Caitlin Mendoza, what up, what up? 99 cents. You just bought me another dollar item at the thrift store.
Yeah, you guys have given so much money tonight. You can you've bought June's clothes for the next 10 years.
Whole new wardrobe, baby. The irony is I'll probably not spend this money, and first of all, I'll have to figure out how to get it from the grasp of YouTube. So. Can you hear the sputtering sounds of this lentil stew? It is ready. It has become gentle in its sputters. It has become thick with time and heat. Yes, YouTube does take a chunk out of the donations, guys, so please don't donate here. This was fun, though. Thank you guys for all the money. But I might turn it off next time. Construction has not finished. They have been coming on random days and at random times during the middle of my filming video. And they will just be like thump, 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 walk, 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 crack, 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 ka-chunk. It does kind of look like bolognese. Yes. Yes. What is Lamar? What is that in reference to? Construction boys are hot? I don't know. It does look like baked beans. Del, I'm not going to buy a warm comforting beverage. I'm going to make my own. In fact, I made Aaron a really nice hot chocolate today, and it was really thick, and he loved it.
It was great.
The bird comes by to say hi sometimes. And Kath, I don't know how long the construction will go on for. The landlord does not tell me. And also down the street, they started jackhammering the block. They are literally chipping up the block. So it sounds like gunfire. I've never been in war, but somebody on Instagram DM'd me and they were like, Jesus, I hope nobody with PTSD lives in your area. And I was like, oh, shit, I didn't even think about that. It sounds like gunfire.
Yeah, this morning started with, wait, where's my face? This morning started with jackhammering on the street. And then when that ended, it became basically jackhammering from the upstairs apartment construction.
It's bad.
Yeah, and then the day before started with car alarm. And the day continues with planes landing at LaGuardia. Never move to New York if you want silence.
Guys, can you imagine if I said for every $10 I get, I will stream for an additional 10 minutes? Do you think that stream would ever end? Somebody loves your shirt.
Thank you.
Del loves your shirt.
Thank you, Del.
Kath, I would love to go where you are. It sounds so pleasant. Recipe for the hot chocolate, I eyeballed it. I think I did like a heaping tablespoon and a half of cocoa powder, maybe like 3 tablespoons sugar, and then 2 cups of milk.
Tripod push. What do they mean by that?
I told them to remind me to push it in, but it's in. It's in, guys.
Okay, it's
in. Thank you. We got butternut squash seeds, both from last week and from yesterday's stream, and I'm about to plop them into my dry cast iron pan, and we'll just let them toast and get crunchy and have them assassinate my eyeballs a little bit. If you know, you know. Aaron doesn't know because he doesn't actually watch my budget eats.
I have to live them.
You know, plain sound is soothing if you don't live directly 100 feet under it. My morning routine is currently being woken up by jackhammer and regretting ever moving into this apartment.
Yeah. Don't ask us for healthy life routine advice. What's your favorite food to make?
This.
You're looking at it.
Mush. Literally mush. Lentil mush. And I could even eat this whole pot right now. You just woke up from a nightmare. Oh no. It's not that great of a deal, honestly. Right now it's a renter's market, which means there's a lot of people fleeing out of New York City because New York City is no longer giving them the New York City dream. Because of the pandemic, a lot of things have shut down, and obviously, you know, like, things aren't functioning as the metropolitan New York City that you see in movies everywhere. So there's been a huge exodus of transplants, and that drove the housing market prices down. There's a lot of inventory in the housing market right now, and we did renegotiate our rent a little bit with our landlord, but it's just an average price. The thing with housing is we have a fairly responsive landlord. Obviously, as you see, this kitchen is quite nice for a New York City apartment. Yes, I know, you don't believe it, but this kitchen is actually quite nice for a New York City apartment. And besides the noise issues, it's a nice area to be in. It's really convenient by the Long Island Railroad and by the MTA trains and by a lot of grocery stores, and we just really like the area. But if we were to move to escape the sounds and the noise, we just don't know what other cons will come with the new place, and that's just going to be a whole new learning curve and a whole new cycle of expectations and disappointments and disillusions, you know, so it's a little give and take. Guys, it's getting so thick. Is Aaron a head taller than June? Come, let's show the people. After this episode, you guys will no longer have any more questions.
About a head. A head's worth.
Smile. Mushbang. Oh my god. Guys, I will do mushbang. And while the pumpkin seeds become completely dehydrated, what I'm going to do is just add in a little bit of salt, and whatever remaining moisture and stickiness on the surface of the seeds will kind of grab onto the heated salt as they cook, and the salt will kind of also like melt into that. June, how tall are you? I'm like between 5'3" and a 5'4" on a good day.
Have you considered owning or co-op buildings? You guys aren't donating enough for us to buy property in New York. Come on.
I don't want a co-op because for a co-op you're basically buying a share of the building, and if you land into like a really shitty co-op board, which sometimes you don't know what it is until you get yourself into it, it's just, I don't want that responsibility, and I also don't want to be tied down to a place. Like if I really end up hating New York one day, I want to be able to get out of here without another housing property dragging me down and keeping me behind. Just the more strings you have tying you down, you know, the less mobile you are. And I prize mobility very much, even though I'm not a very mobile person. Can you hear the sputter? It's very, very thick. Thick. Doza, what up, girl? $2.99. Ooh, I love that. Here, let me do that. That looks very fun. That's a good face massage.
How many pets do you dream to own in the future?
I dream of owning all the pets that make me feel love.
Alpacas and enough cats to ride on the back of all the alpacas.
I don't want that many cats. Cats are pretty dominant. Alpacas are pretty passive, but I do want some goats. I do want like 3 goats. 3 goats would be nice. I really also like goat milk, so. What should you get from your Chinese grocery store tomorrow? Get some dried shiitake mushrooms. Get your choice of tofu. Ooh, no, I'm burning the seeds. Get some sort of chili oil. Get a condiment you've never seen before. That's it. Just 4 assignments, okay? Chinese bakery bread? Yes. Yes. Are you having any lentil mush?
And I think you should get Japanese curry. I know it's not a Chinese ingredient, but it's sold at Japanese supermarkets, and I love it.
It's in Chinese groceries too.
Yeah. That's why I said it. You should sell an Aaron Fans t-shirt. That's fun. Recommendations for seitan? Planning to cook it for lunch tomorrow.
Seitan, I've never cooked with seitan before. I think you should cook it in a very saucy mixture. Maybe first like shallow fry it in a pan first so that you can get some nice crispy edges, and then you should coat it in a sauce. But we do have some vegans here, I feel like, who can advise you better on what to do with seitan.
How often do you guys have Jollibee? Not too often. Just basically whenever the urge strikes. Sometimes I do get a huge craving for Jollibee because it's awesome.
Jollibee is way better than Popeyes. I feel like Popeyes is oversalted, and Jollibee's comes with the best gravy. The gravy is what you go to Jollibee for. And also the crunch on Jollibee fried chicken is unbeatable. Can we see Aaron cooking in this live one day?
I did cook in
Yeah.
the live. Yeah, alongside you. I sometimes prepare food.
There is not Jollibee in Miami at all. Yeah, they're very limited rollout in the U.S. Do you like Jollibee spaghetti? It is very sweet. If you like ketchup in your spaghetti, that's kind of what Jollibee reminds me of. If you like sweet spaghetti, do it.
Best noodles. There's a great company that makes noodles in New York called Sun Noodle Kitchen. So if you see any of their noodle products, you can trust that.
They're
It's
a
used-
ramen
Yeah,
production.
it's used in like all the major ramen restaurants in Europe, but I don't know how widespread it is across the country.
You're gluten free? Damn. Just
Rip.
get somebody. Are you really gluten free? Because if you're not, just get your friend to like rip off the crunchy bits and then just dip it in the gravy. Oh, I don't actually know if there's flour in the gravy. I'm sorry. June, do you make garlic noodles? I don't know what they are. If it's just noodles and garlic, probably.
I think it's sun like S-U-N.
It is sun like S-U-N. Alright, my lentil stew is ready. It is so much-tastic, guys. It looks like absolute vom. Yum. My ideal texture.
Did you ever tell people that you tried out for Worst Cooks in America?
I once auditioned for a show on the Food Network called Worst Cooks in America. I was actually... This is the dish that I tell people I make, and I'm not lying. You see me make things that you want to eat, and then you see me make things that you don't want to eat, and this is my favorite food. This is what Aaron calls the jail slop. This is what I presented to Worst Cooks in America. I told them that I cook lentils until it is a solid brick. When it cools, I did not lie, did not think it was entertaining enough to cast me. I guess it's their loss, huh? That was in 2013. A lifetime ago. What are you eating for dinner, Aaron?
I'm not too hungry right now.
Why don't you stand back there so people can see you? Do you
I
not
did.
want to? You don't want to stand here?
I stood there sometime. I'm standing here now.
I just don't want you to have to bend over. I don't want you to get
It's fine.
bad back.
Thanks for looking out for me back. You were way too good for Worst Cooks in America. Yeah, I know she is, but my suspicion with that show is that if June was cast, they would want her, like all reality shows, to play up, like...
Disasters.
Yeah. So I think people who go on that show, if it's still even around, I have no idea, are actually professional chefs who know what they're doing, but they just pretend to be idiots on the show. That's completely unconfirmed, but that's my guess.
We give thanks for our food and our company. How many servings are in that pot? It could be 6, or it could just be 2. Really depends on my mood, my day, and my stomach.
That's like asking how many servings in a jar of peanut butter.
It could be 16, or it could be 2.
My boys wants you to throw out the jelly.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna throw out the jelly, guys. I feel like such a failure. Do I throw out the boxes of jelly too that I haven't made? I'm so
Give
sad.
them to your enemies.
I'm so sad. Yes, this is a teacup. Spices, I've lost track, but coriander, fenugreek, cumin, a little bit of garlic powder, white pepper, black pepper. I'm also going to toss in my non-moldy picked through basil in here.
Elena loves your corn plate.
Yes. Do you want to see the corn plate, Elena? Aaron will fetch it for you. The corn plate was a grab off of the free table at work one day. There is a matching watermelon one in the Delish Test Kitchen. But this little guy was left on the free table, and nobody wanted him. And I was like, well, I want you. You're great, and I love corn on the cob. The only thing about this one is,
Melamine?
yeah, it is, I believe, melamine. It is not microwave safe. It is dishwasher safe, but you know, melamine can cause cancer if you like heat it up. It's got those little nasty plastic things.
I don't eat off of it because it's plastic.
So woo! There we go. It's starting. Assassination has begun.
That was a bullet.
I told you. You have to go until it assassinates your eyeballs. It is starting to get quite golden. Some of them are getting very, very dark golden because I've been preoccupied with talking to my donors. Butternut squash lentil. Purple yam is good with peanut butter and granola. Have you guys ever made peanut butter granola? It is my favorite granola to make at home. I think it needs a little bit of sugar and a little bit of MSG. Maybe a touch more salt.
Why a teacup, June?
I just felt like it.
If you think about it, teacups are just bowls. Small bowls, man. Everything's a bowl.
A little bit of sugar.
If you want it to be a bowl, it can be a bowl.
I think I put a little too much mushroom powder in there because it's got that like slight meaty taste to it, but not enough meat to like taste like meat, so it just kind of hangs around in the background now.
They want you to stream making peanut butter granola.
Whoa, guys, whoa. I guess I can do that. I have everything.
How do you feel about Instapots?
I like them. I don't have space for one, but I like them. There are way more useless multi-cookers out there and gadgets.
How long do you spend washing up on budget eats? However long it takes me.
So, one thing that I learned working in restaurant is you have to clean as you go.
Clean as you go.
Never, ever save your dishes for the last thing, because by then you'll be too exhausted. And also, if you don't clean as you go, in a small kitchen like this, you will run out of space, and then you will run yourself into a frenzy. You will literally have no idea where you put anything, and it just won't work.
It didn't want me taking one.
Jesus.
Okay, it's getting real now. The bullets are flying. Yeah.
How's it taste?
It's awesome. But that's the number one tip I have for home cooks is clean as you go. Because if you cook, for however long it takes to make dinner, and you're left with just like a gigantic pile of dirty dishes at the end, you're going to be really discouraged and it's going to feel shitty and you're not going to want to do it again. So, yeah, clean as you go.
Scary. Right, one more minute, one more pop. I'm gonna start putting them in here as they pop out.
Thank you, Ollie. Ollie Robertson.
Australia.
$3 Australian, maybe.
Yum, yum, yum.
Or Austrian dollars. Or Afghani dollars.
It's okay, guys. I like to live on the edge. Famous last words. Anyway, We added some more salt, a little bit of MSG, a lot of MSG, a little bit of sugar, and this has a little piece of basil in there. Why don't you like making dinner, Pantomime Goose? Mmm. Yes, the flavors are rounder now. This spork is delightful. Oh my god.
I guess that solves what the $80 mean. It's good day. Good. I can't do it. my
Calm down.
my throat doesn't want me to do an Australian accent, so that's for the best. Good day from Wallaby land or kangaroo. What's the difference between wallabies and kangaroos? Are wallabies
Kangaroos are
just
bigger.
smaller?
Wallabies are more adorable. Kangaroos will kick the shit out of you.
Why is YouTube censoring Australians? I don't know. Maybe they say the C word too much, and YouTube knows that. Any ideas for sweet potatoes? I'm from Germany and they're not too popular, only as fries.
Sweet potato fries are the best way to eat sweet potatoes, but you could also make sweet potato bread. You could make sweet potato pie. You could bake your sweet potato and make that sickly sweet American casserole where they put brown sugar and butter in the sweet potato casserole and then they top it with marshmallows and then you just feel like diabetes is coming for you. Not recommended, but baked sweet potatoes, absolutely delicious. I also like to make sweet potato chips, like potato chips, like crunchy ones, not the British kind that is actually fries in American English. Mmm. Ooh, that's good.
Sweet potato pie, sweet potato muffin, sweet potato chili.
Do you guys like this sound? Do we like this sound?
Sweet potato shepherd's pie with ground pork.
Yum. Sweet potato pie, sweet potato with pork is a very good combo. It's actually a really good sweet savory combo.
Sweet potato curry with golden curry? Yes. Everything with Japanese curry.
Can you hear them cooling? Now the reverberations are getting muted because it's so much stuff. Alright. This one then. I feel very tense because it's very hot in my kitchen right now in my sweater. Eileen, I agree. Japanese sweet potatoes are my favorite sweet potatoes. They are just like no other sweet potatoes. I can hear them, but I don't know if you can. Would you like some?
Yes.
It's hot. Here you
Lovely.
go. Mush babies. Eat it. It's good for you. Mmm. You need to feed them some seeds.
Do you have a go-to recipe for tea eggs?
Nope.
I don't think you've made tea eggs, but you have made like marinated eggs.
Yeah. Just Google it. Google is your friend. I only make gourmet baby food, and I eat it all. I am my own baby. Hashtag mush baby.
Can you describe it for us, June, your jail slop?
It is slightly acidic right now. It's almost like too tomatoey in a way. I feel like I want either more sweetness in there or something. I feel like it's lacking something.
I want to see you make jail food. Do you not watch Budget Eats? Isn't that like the whole point?
I have this homemade barbecue sauce that is very, very sweet, so I'm going to put a little bit of this in.
Yes, I'll keep feeding you pumpkin seeds.
Here's my homemade barbecue sauce. If you Google barbecue braised kale delish, you'll find the recipe for this barbecue sauce.
Happy Friday, Zoe. Good night, Nez.
Bye, Nez. Is this mold?
Probably. It's not going to stop you, though. There's a girl on YouTube who was actually in jail and teaches you how to make jail food with the rationed portions they get.
Really?
Yeah. What's her channel name? Shout her out. Jail lady. Have you ever had ginger vinegar?
No. Sounds
It's
delicious.
a Chinese dish called ginger vinegar. Usually have pig feet, boiled egg, ginger, and vinegar. Pig's feet are great.
You don't like eating pig's feet, Aaron, because you are always too lazy to actually gnaw on the bone.
I
always
like the gelatinous parts.
Yeah, pig feet is great for that. Can you save me some of those seeds?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
I just want a little bit. You can have the rest.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. Alright guys, we're gonna try this with the barbecue sauce that might or might not have bits of mold in it. At this point, Jessica Kent. Okay. Jessica Kent.
Jessica Kent. Old J. Kent.
There's a lot of fenugreek seeds in here. I don't know if you can see. The resolution is crap as always, but that's why we love this show, right? Mmm. Oh yeah.
Did the mold improve it?
Mm-hmm. It needed sugar, and the barbecue sauce has sugar. The barbecue sauce also has a lot of smoky flavors in there, so it kind of brings out that smoked paprika that we added in the beginning a little bit more. The texture is a little bit like grainy russet potato mashed. There's a little bumpy texture from lentils that still have their little fibrous outsides and a little pocket of fenugreek seeds every now and then. But for the most part, I taste a lot of the tomatoes coming through still, but it's now sweetened a little bit, so the acidity of the sweet tomatoes are a little bit balanced out by the sugariness from the barbecue sauce.
What does fenugreek taste like? I used to work at a spice store and never knew what to say when people asked me about it. Before you answer, I have a question. If you worked at a spice store, why didn't you just taste it?
Yeah, why didn't you just taste it? So it is a little bit tart, and if you like that tart profile and your earthy mush, I say go for it. I think this could have benefited a lot from fresh garlic and onion, but I was lazy and I didn't feel like cutting any. And also, onions make me really farty. Like, smelly farty. So, I didn't feel like going through that tonight.
Because then I would have a 2-ounce bag of seeds that I may or may not like.
You really have to take all the bag? Why can't you just, like, steal a little niblet?
A little niblet. And even then, you know, as you've learned from June, you can make ingredients work.
It's never too late to keep adding stuff to your stuff until it tastes a little bit better, or you can keep adding stuff to your stuff until it tastes gradually worse. Either way, you won't know till you try, so I encourage you to just keep adding stuff to your stuff if you're not happy with it. And then next time, maybe you'll do better. Maybe not. No guarantees. It's life. You win, you lose, and then you die.
June, you started streaming 100 minutes ago, and I'm tired of standing up.
Bye.
So, bye.
I'm not tired of standing up. Holy shit, $31.
New record! New record for Molly!
Allie!
This is like one of the unnecessary Uber Eats meals you saved me from buying by sharing your enthusiasm for cooking. Thanks. You know what? That's kind of true. If June can get people off Uber Eats and expensive, shitty delivery food and start cooking, you know, great home stuff, she's saving you money.
All I'm saying is, guys, I don't know as much as you think I know because I only present to you the version that is edited and clobbered together after many hours of failures and experimentation, and we always have to present something to the camera, right? But I'm just saying, even if I like it, you might not like it, so it is totally up to you to find out and use your life to figure out what you want.
I'm backing out of the room slowly.
Bye, Aaron. You don't have to back out slowly. Just go.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Bye, Aaron. Fake it till you make it is exactly right. That's the most useful life advice I've ever been given, honestly. So, if you guys are tired, you should start to drop off because once this concurrent view drops below 200, I think I'm going to say bye. But because tonight I'm feeling pretty good and I used to work in a restaurant where I stood up for like 12-hour shifts, I'm not tired and I'm just going to keep finicking with this sludge until it tastes a little bit better. And probably by the end of our experimentations, I'll have eaten 80% of this pot and then I'll just go to bed and probably reread everyone's chats again. Do you ever miss working in a restaurant? Absolutely. Absolutely. Recipes are a suggestion, completely. They are an inspiration, they are an idea bank, and they are not prescriptions. I am usually up until 2 a.m., that's right. Alright, we added a little bit more onion powder and a little bit more garlic powder. I think we gotta go a little bit more, guys. We gotta just something, man. What are we missing? You know what? Cinnamon. Yep. I know, I didn't believe it either, but when I was developing that kitchery recipe for Delish, I was testing a few spice combos, and at the very end, I was like, this is missing something, and I just want something more, and I added some cinnamon because I saw someone else's recipe had like a lot more warmer spices in theirs. They had a lot of like allspice, nutmeg and stuff, and also cinnamon, and I was like, I wonder what that tastes like. So I took out a little tasting bowl of my finished kitchery, and I added a little pinch of cinnamon to it, and it made it taste so much better. Hi, Canada. Does Aaron ever not eat a budget meal after he rates them? I don't know. I feel like maybe it's happened once, but usually because I'm in the kitchen cooking all day, he doesn't have time to actually come in here and grab food. So it's like whatever I give him is his food for the day. So if he doesn't eat it, he gonna starve. Anyway, mush doesn't look that different. It smells much nicer though. I can smell the white pepper and the basil much more strongly here. Mmm. The flavor is a lot rounder now. Man, if I ate spice, if it didn't trigger my skin condition, I would put some crushed red pepper flakes on here right now. But bye, Dell. I'm just gonna use up this barbecue sauce because it's not like it's gonna get any less moldy, right? If that was even mold. I don't think it was mold, guys. I think it was just the lighting hitting the ridges of the sauce at a certain point that made it look like it had white mold. But I honestly don't think it's moldy. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. But if I die tomorrow, thank you for the $219 you gave a dead woman. Alright, citron peppercorns, freshly ground citron peppercorns, but not really freshly ground. You know, it's funny, I joke about dying all the time to, I think, sort of desensitize myself to the idea of no longer existing and the idea of passing from living to dying, but I wonder how I really feel at the moment when I realize I truly am dying. Because the last time that happened to me, I remember very vividly saying, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. So as much as I'd like to pretend that I am impervious to the fear of dying, I am not. History has shown that I am not as strong as I want myself to be. Yeah, Jacquelina. You're totally right. I don't know. I've always said that I didn't almost die. I just felt like I almost died. That was the first night that I had a episode of suffering from dysmenorrhea, which is defined by basically excruciatingly painful menstrual cycle, and I didn't know what was happening because it was the first time that had ever happened to me. So I woke up in the middle of the night in excruciating pain, and obviously if you guys are queasy about women's health and all the stuff that goes down there, you can tune this out, but it is described by some people like feeling like you're in labor, but obviously I wasn't pregnant or expecting to feel that, so I didn't know what was happening. And for me personally, it felt like I was simultaneously ready to hurl and also to shit my pants. And it just felt like somebody had taken my intestines and were slowly pulling them apart from within me. And the pain was so bad that I became immobilized. I basically couldn't move. I was on the bed curled and I couldn't even have the energy to turn a half foot over. And eventually the pain got so bad that I started seizing, like my body just seized, and my hands and feet started losing feeling. They started going numb and they started feeling like I was losing blood. They just started feeling cold, and I was like, holy shit, I am about to die. So I told Aaron to call me an ambulance, and the ambulance came. And of course, the moment I got wheeled into the ER, the pain started dissipating. It might be psychological. I don't know, maybe just the feeling of I was finally in a safe place with people who would be able to care for me, it disappeared. But it was very scary. The ambulance in this country cost me over $800. The visit to the ER cost me $700. And there was a physician's bill that came separate from those two bills that was also something like $700. And they gave me a tablet of ibuprofen that I took at the time because I was out of my fucking mind and I wasn't thinking about the financial repercussions. I was just like, yes, I will do whatever you tell me because I just suffered through this, like, what I thought was near death experience. And that single tablet of ibuprofen, which generically would cost me a dime, cost me $30. One tablet of over the counter ibuprofen administered in the ER cost 30 USD. At the time, I was making $10 an hour. So that is that happened maybe 2013 or 2014. Um, and that is what living as a low income person in New York City feels like. It's not great, guys. The system that we have here is not sustainable, and it hurts the people who need help the most. And that is my story. I luckily haven't suffered another dysmenorrhea attack recently, and I'm very thankful for that because it's happened to me a couple of times when I was out. And one time I was alone, and the other time Aaron was with me. And when Aaron was with me, he was able to help me into his office. We were on the subway when it happened, and he was able to like slowly help me into his office and give me a place to lie down and give me some ibuprofen. And I waited like 25 minutes until the pain went away. But the other time I was alone on the subway platform because I was working 2 jobs, tutoring at night, and this was like 10 minutes before I was due to arrive at my tutoring session. And I started feeling it come on when I was still in the packed train at nighttime rush hour, and all I could do was get myself onto the platform, sit, and just like try to wait it out. And I eventually went to the place I was supposed to tutor the kids. Like, I showed up like 20 something minutes late, but I literally had no other place to go, and I needed to go somewhere that could actually like give me some painkillers. So I went there. That's my life with dysmenorrhea. I have many health problems. Yeah, I think women's health is sorely under-researched. We have stuff like Viagra, and yet we don't have anything for women's health besides birth control pills. Starting in high school, I've gone to a lot of GYNs, and no matter what the problem was, it was always the single answer of, here, take this hormonal birth control pill. It'll regulate your hormones. I've also been told by doctors that my menstrual cycle will be regulated if I became sexually active. One GYN also told me this will all go away when you have a child. And I literally thought, you are telling me to have a child, and that's the solution to getting rid of my pain? Doesn't make sense, guys. I don't want to have a child, and I certainly don't want to use the child as my potential cure. So it's weird, right? We know half of the world's population goes through this painful process to varying degrees every month of their reproductively active life. And yet we don't have the research to fund exactly what's affecting endometriosis, dysmenorrhea. I'm sure there's a shit ton of other conditions out there that are causing women pain. And there's no research. And we're all being fed birth control pills because that was apparently the only solution they have to cure any of these miscellaneous problems. I don't get it. I don't get it. And so when people say, why don't you want to have a child? It's because the world is fucked up. It's because I got fucked up by this world, and I don't want to see anyone else subjected to the fuckery. I also don't want to be personally responsible for fucking up kids. I just know I'm going to fuck them up somehow, you know? It's really hard to be a perfect parent. They do exist, I think, sometimes, but I just don't feel like I would be one. On another note, way too much cinnamon peppercorn in there, and now it's very sweet. The flavor has gone on a ride. Wow. It has certainly transformed into a whole other dish since we added those 18,000 spices. It's not bad, but all I want to do right now is to add spicy stuff to this. Yeah. There's a lot of problems in the world, guys, and we don't have answers to a lot of it, unfortunately. I don't know if we ever will. I don't know if we ever will. Guys, we've been streaming for almost 2 hours. You guys have given me over $200. Let's see if we can get it from YouTube. And thanks for letting me know what ads you're getting. Maybe if you're watching this live after we've gone offline, you can let me know down in the comments below what ads you're getting, because I'm super curious what YouTube puts for my videos. Maybe it'll be like Viagra now that we mentioned Viagra. The irony of the world. Thank you so much for cooking trash food with me today. And these are delicious. So toasty. Borderline burnt. Lee, I'm so glad you feel better watching these lives. I feel really good seeing you guys every night too. It's given me some sort of structure in my life that feels like it's just running and bleeding all over the place. And thank you guys all for sharing your experiences and your tips, and thank you so much for reminding me to push my tripod into the counter. I appreciate you all so much. Happy freaking Friday. You've made it through another work week. For those of you who are working weekends, take care of yourself. Try to get enough sleep. Try to drink enough water. Try to eat food that's good for you and food that makes you happy, whatever form that comes in. And I am sending out all the love that I can gather up at the moment to you all. And let's try to keep each other a little safer if we can. Mentally, psychologically, physically, monetarily. And that's it. Thanks for all the peanut butter slush funds.